at the General running some dirt. We did pretty good. We ran some dirt, got some gold. So it's Tuesday the 12th of August. It's about 98 degrees, and I'm under the tent. And look what I got going on. The Mini Max with the feeder. Because what I say is, you've got to work your equipment. You got to know how it runs. If you don't know how it runs and you go out there and you have to willy-nilly for an hour or two just to get it set up right, it just ruins your day. It ruins my day. So I like to run my equipment all the time, have my settings. I know right where to set the equipment. So when I get out there in 10 minutes, boom, I'm ready to run. I'm moving dirt through something, whether it's the General or the Mini Max or the big dredge over there. I like to get set up and get set up quick. So I try to run my equipment once a week, all pieces of equipment, even the Gold Magic. Yep, the Gold Magic's here ready to go too. Boom, she's on and running. All I got to get some dirt down in there now. So what we're going to do here today is I got my pad, and I've got 202 pounds of dirt right there in those 3 buckets. 202 pounds, a 67, a 65, and a 70 pounder. Yep, and we're going to run those with the feeder so it wets the dirt before it gets into the sluice, through the sluice, and we're going to see how much gold's in them 3 buckets. That's right. So you know what I'm going to say. Tick-tock. This cowboy's on the clock. I don't know what the best angle for that would be. How's that? That looks like, see that thing coming right off in that bucket. All right. One other thing before we get started. I've got a little counter right here that every time I put in 10 scoops, I click it. Then I know how many scoops I'm averaging out of each bucket of dirt. Just something I do, so I know how many scoops are in every bucket, and I know how much gold should be in that mat. So that's the feeder. Comes down, we put the dirt in the feeder. Boom, let me show you how this works before I get set up and going. So I've got my scoop right here. I can put it in the feeder. And as the dirt gets wet, it comes out here, feeds right onto the sluice, and you can see it working right down in there. It's just kind of moving around. The little classifier here to get the rocks out. But you can see that material is wet when it goes into the Mini Max. So we don't have none of that gold floating right on out the box. It is definitely wet, and it is definitely moving. I have soap in my tubs. It's about time I have to clean them tubs too, because they're getting a little bit dirty. But I got soap in the tubs, and we're gonna run some dirt. So let's get it going. And remember, stay hydrated, my friends. It's hot out here, even under the canopy, it's hot. So I've got 500 gallons in these 3 tubs of water that's recirculating. But you can still see that water is crystal clear. You can see my fingers in that water. It's not thick by any means right now, so we should be good to run today. But we're going to have to clean these tubs out soon. Everything you didn't think about We got to clean out these tubs. We've always got to move the rock we bring in back out to the desert. This is not a simple process, but fun. I like it. Five scoops. He just works his way down. He works his way right down the feeder here when it gets wet. When that material gets wet, it comes right out the feeder. Nothing floating away. It's just, and all I do is break down the big rocks and let the gold settle. Oh yeah, look, them rocks are coming off whistle clean. Warsham rocks. Ooh, hold the music. That's 10. I always shake my scoop to make it a flat full scoop so I know when I do 10 they're exact same every single time. I don't have a hoop, big heaping scoop and then a small scoop, and then because it's not what I want. I just want them all the same so I know what's going on. So I shake it down, right across the top, pour it in. That same goes the other way. You don't want to have a lot of small scoops. That way you can get an accurate account on what kind of gold is in the ground you are testing. Sometimes my little spray bar up here gets clogged with some of the vegetation that comes down, the organics. And I got this little pick. I take this little pick and I just put it in there like so. Sometimes it'll go all the way past, or sometimes it'll catch in the next one, or it got caught in this one. There, back going again. Little tricks of the trade. And this is what I clean it out. Like that. Little bitty straw brush. Always sits right here. If that thing gets really clogged up, boom. I just want to get an accurate assessment of the land, so if I know, what's in it. And I mark it on my map. A home where the big nuggets roam and the flower gold, I find it all day. I don't know. You know what? Sometimes you gotta sing a song, a mining song. Seldom is heard a discouraging word. And the skies are real golden all day. Yeehaw! Home on a placer claim. Oh. He's got to stop that. That hurts my ears. That's 20. That says 2. We're right on track. At least we know what we're doing. You know, I hate it when people are like, well, how much dirt did you run? Well, 50 shovels. What were they? 50 big shovels, 50 little shovels, 50 what? You know, it's like, I want to know what I run and how much gold I recover before we can take bigger equipment out there and make it happen. So it's test, test, test. 200-pound test, 600-pound test. You take to get a good mental picture of the land you're on. You have to have the dirt to run to see if it's viable to bring out dirt NATO and a backhoe and put a bond on it. Due diligence, that's what it's called. Make sure you know what that land can provide for you before you go start putting a lot of money into that land and figure out, hey, this wasn't a good idea. There's a lot of good ideas out there, but they're had by people that don't really calculate what the cost of gas and diesel and your time is worth. Especially if you're a young man, have a family, you got to feed the kids. Get a job. Pay into Social Security so you have something. Those little rocks are agitating and bouncing off of each other, and you can see them. Some will sit like this and then whoop, fluff on down. I like to keep an eye on my tailings so I know how much is in this bucket, because that bucket's going to get heavy real fast and I've got to lift it out of here and go dump it. So keep an eye on all of that. Look at your black sands. See how your machine is running. Making sure that's exchanging material over every little, man, why can't I think of the name of it? But anyway, every little ripple. Make sure that material is exchanging the light sands, and you'll start seeing a little bit of black right here in the middle. And that's where I like to keep it, because that means my sluice is running level. That black sand will start to appear right down the middle of the sluice and then spread to the sides as the lighter sands are dispersed on down the sluice. So, yeah, let's throw some more shovels in here and keep her going. I think we're going to have to take out the tailings after each bucket. So, because I know in this bucket right here, there's 70 pounds of material. Minus, or it's, yeah, it's 70 pounds after we tear off the bucket weight. This is what it takes if you want to actually get out there and do some gold mining with bigger equipment. First, I can't emphasize enough, test, test, test. So many people don't do it, just go by somebody's word. Oh, that's good gold out there. Go buy some equipment, you know, thousands of dollars worth of equipment, backhoe, trailers to haul water. I mean, once you got it all in line, you don't want to go out there and burn a bunch of gas and just get mediocre gold. You want to go out there and, you know, provide a living for yourself. So I can't say it enough. You need to check, 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 check. Make sure the ground can provide for you, and the amount of hours you have to put out there, make sure that ground can provide for you. Put money in your pocket. We all have hobbies. I mean, this ain't bowling. I mean, you know you're going to go bowling. You're going to, you know, and nothing against bowling. I bowled for a lot of my life. But the only time I would win is if I had a bet or something. I couldn't make it stick. Now, this hobby here, we're going to get gold. I mean, bowling, you'll be out there and paying for your games and drinking beer. It's a hobby. This hobby can actually pay you back if you test and figure it out. So many miners fail at this because they think they can just go out there and and pick anywhere. You got to do your due diligence. You got to have a good team of people working with you. Kent McGrew, AU John, AU Engineering. These are all people that helped me along the way to get to where I'm at. And now I'm testing ground and seeing what it can produce. Am I rambling? One thing about it, mining don't have all the glamour bowling does. Look, I'm just out here and I'm getting dirty, washing rocks. And yeah, it's not glamorous to being a miner. It sure is fun finding gold and meeting the good people along the way that I meet. Jim in Florida, the Seacrest, Tucson, Gold Miser, everybody in the clubs, Woody Wampler. Man, I've met Dan Hurd and Jason from Mount Baker Mining and Metals. Hey, gold's been good to me. I meet a lot of good people along the way. Oh no, we've had a crash. Hey everybody, all right out there? Sorry about that. My tripod tipped over the sun. You see how that's, I don't know if you can see it, but getting my material all wet so it don't float away. And you can see, watch my phone fall out of the thing right in the water. What a bummer. I don't know if you can really see in there. Oops, I forgot to click it. That's 30 scoops. All right. Let me see if I can get this back over here and get it set down right there where we want it. So you can see what's going on. It gets kind of boring, I know. It does get kind of boring. I mean, I'm just out here running rocks. Hey, remember, stay hydrated, my friend. Woo! Hey, I want to give a shout out to the Dirty Boys. Dirty Boys! Wait till you hear about this one. I won't say no more, but Dirty Boys! But that's dirty as in desert dirt. Check them out. It's going to be really cool. I've heard a lot of good things about them. My nozzles are getting clogged. Hey, Freddie and Juan, Can you come help me? Yep, I'm getting about 1,000 pounds every 4 hours. I can run 1,000 pounds in 4 hours right here. Can't run nothing if I keep jaw jacking, can I? Here's my cat buddy. He likes to supervise. I think Buddy's the world's only gold mining cat. No, we've got Nugget Nip, Gold Digger Gidgy, Bedrock Buddy, and our youngest cat is Kid AU out of Stanton. And they're all rescues. Anyway, the material is exchanging really well. I see some black sands. It's about an inch right down the middle. Yeah. Freddie and Juan, can you help me? I only need 50 ounces this year with the Mini Max. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be minors. Stop me, I'm killing myself. So, leave me a comment down below if you like these everyday with Cowboy Jim segments, because I can show you what I do every day. Sometimes it's boring. I'm just here running dirt. Hey, I'm going to GPAA West Valley tonight. Anybody want any information about that, look them up on their website. They're part of the GPAA, a chapter in Phoenix, West Valley. Their meetings tonight. They always have a lot of chocolate and cookies. I hope somebody hears me make oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. I mean, if they're cooking cookies for the meeting tonight. You know, I know they know who I'm talking about. Yep. Sound like a bingo hall. 40. Yeah, like I was saying, leave a comment down below if you want to see more of these day to day what Cowboy Tim's doing. I'll put them out there. It might be rough. It might be, sometimes we're going to have glitches like yesterday where I get started and the heat takes over on my phone. But so if you're out there watching this, I can't really see how many or who's watching this, but if you're out there, because you're down at that end and I'm over here working. But anyway, if you're down there and you're watching this, how many scoops do you think is in a 70-pound, 5-gallon bucket? Like a 70-pound, 5-gallon bucket. Leave a comment down below. Say, hey, I believe it's this many. See what you think. See who can get the closest. And right now we're at 45 scoops. Scoops, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. Hey, my neighbors are used to this. You know, but they probably send the ambulance over thinking I'm in trouble. Janine will come out of her office and go, hey, what's going on? Hi, buddy. Have Buddy Boo Boo's down here by my feet. Bedrock Buddy. Yep. He's a good one, all right. 50 scoops of test dirt. Ha 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 ha. 50. You just joined me. The question's out there. How many scoops do you think are in this 5-gallon bucket? It's a 70 pounds of material in the bucket. Hey, please leave a in the comment and tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about if you like the daily activities of Cowboy Jim broadcast to you, then hey, let me know. Leave a comment down below. Hey, I want to give a shout out to my buddy Christian and his wife Kim. Hey Christian, I want you to be feeling better. I hope you get feeling better. I know you haven't been feeling well, and I hope you weren't keeping it a secret because I just blurted it, but I hope you get feeling better, buddy, so we can get out and do some mining on that 100 acres. You know what I'm talking about. Yep. Everybody's about ready for some rain. Even if us dry washers do not want the rain, get it wet so they take us out of that fire stage, whatever we're in, so we can get these hobby miners back out to doing other things besides sitting at home feeling sorry for yourselves. Yep, I know some of you ain't been out in 3 months. So, hey, we get some rain, we'll get out there, let's do some digging. Come on. Do some digging. I know it's hard on all of us. $60. All right. Now, if you have a claim out there that you would like to have tested, I would like to help you out. Give me a holler. We can do a test. We'll know exactly what's on that claim when I'm done. We will test. If anybody out there has a mining claim that they would like to have bigger equipment brought in, Of course, we test it first because we're not going to go just by anybody's word. If you got a claim and you want us to check it out and bring out the Dirt-nado, 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 the big dry washer, then hey, give me a holler. Or if you want to read some really good books about mining in the Old West, go to KentJMcGrew.com. He's a writer, a metallurgist, a good friend. He teaches me a lot about gold mining. KentJMcGrew.com. And you can order his books right there online. Yep, he's published. And they are kind of cute. The novels and the stories he writes are very good. One thing about it, it's a dry heat. I'm not sweating today. Yesterday when I was running the General and that dust got going and everything, yeah, I sweat pretty good lifting those buckets and everything that I had to do over there. This is more easy, and I get a spray of, water every once in a while. And yeah, just like Jeff Williams says, you're going to get wet. But out here in the Arizona desert under a canopy, it keeps you cool. And remember, stay hydrated. I'll say it once again, if you've got a claim, you think it qualifies for a little bit bigger equipment, and you want to do it, I'm open to come out and check out your claim and maybe bring the backhoe over and the Dirt-nado, 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 Dirt-nado over. I like doing that. I don't know why. Who would think I was 62? Hey, if any of my family or friends are watching, family, I know some of my friends are watching, but my family, hi to you all back in Kansas City. The Dot, Wyandotte County. Yep. Any of my friends back in St. Joe that may be watching, I'm doing good. Hey, I'm washing rocks. I ought to wash my laundry. Never mind. There you have it, a flat scoop. And that gives a grand total. So each of these scoops, you're out there still with me, click 70. Each scoop, then to me, must have weighed 1 pound. So, one 5-gallon bucket weighing 70 pounds. So I've got bucket 48 and I got 70 pounds right there. It takes 70 scoops. So each scoop must have been 1 pound. Voila! How easy is that, senor? So what I'm going to do, because my tailings bucket is getting so full, I'm going to shut this down. We're going to dump the tailings over in my tailings pile over there. And we might even do a clean out, just because this material has a lot of black sand. So I'm just going to, might do this in 3 segments. Oh, never mind. 3 segments, and that way I don't overload these mats. And I can get the Gold Magic started up while I run the next bucket. It'll be running these concentrates, and voila, perfecto. So what I'm going to do, chute is all cleaned out. So nothing else coming out of it. We will unplug the battery. Boom. All right. I can pretty much see black sands about 5 inches all the way across. This is only a 10-inch sluice. Maybe it's 8 inches. 8 inches across. We're getting to the point to where the gold has a possibility of falling on out. Here's the thing. We got the tailings right there. We'll do a pan with the tailings and see what's in it, and we'll get this cleaned out. So I just let it clean itself out for a few more minutes. I still see some blonde sands. Have a tweak. So I'll unplug that. Wipe my hands off so I don't get electrocuted. I'm very sorry to say, but tell you the truth, there's black sands. I mean, not in every riffle, but it's all the way across the big riffle. It's all the way across, so there is a ton, absolute ton of black sand. Woo! Ton of black sand. So now most of that 70 pounds is right here. So there it is. You can see the tailings right there. Came out. Everything's contained. I don't have to worry about losing anything, because if I think I lost some gold, we'll run the tailings. There they are. Yeehaw. Oh, it's crazy when the hose gets out of control. So I take everything over to the wash station and I wash it out after every use so I don't get nothing contaminated. That's over there. That's over that way. You can see where the white bucket. No, you can't see them, I don't think. It's over there. So I'm gonna stick that under there like so. I'm gonna take this out. So I have this test mat up here, but it's not really that important to know how many pieces. I want to see the overall. So all I have to do here, let me show you what I'm seeing here. Ah! Here we go. See the test mat here? And it looks like there's a piece of gold right there. I don't know if you can see that or not. Right there. Anyway, this is what my mats look like. Now I'm going to put them in this tub and get ready to run the next bucket. I'm not going to pan it to see what it's got right now because that's not important to me right now. Is what all three buckets have, that's important to me. So I'll take this apart. How many people am I losing along the way? Are you guys probably like, come on, Jim, what are you doing? Well, Whoop. And there's our concentrates. Right there. That's what we got out of that. All them black sands. I was just giving a little wash down to get some of the sediment off so I don't mess up all my water all the way through the whole process. So that's just what I was doing there. Need one of those cameras that follow me. I don't know where the next shot's going to be, so I'm... my flow level. Flow goes this way. You line up that bubble. You can get it level this way and where you want it to be. Looky there. All right. And this is 11 degrees. That's what this is, 11 degrees. And it shows you the flow. Then on the flat surface, the ball goes in the middle. You're level both ways. That's what I use to set it up. Sluice level, gold fever mining supply. All right, another drink. So right now I'm going to take this number 8 screen, put it in this big professional, the professional. It's a big one. So I can have all these big rocks screened out of this, and it's ready to go into the gold magic. Oh, thought I had a nugget. It was a yellow rock. Never mind. Whew, I'm getting ready to do the miner dance. Okay. Nothing in there. I keep leaving the screen, don't I? I tell you what, I fix you on one thing and I fix it on the other, and nobody knows what the heck I'm doing. Anyway, all I was doing was filling up the water so this don't float away, get it right in the middle so I catch all my tailings. She's not moving now. I always set my machine up when I'm done before I go do anything else so I can get right back to it and get to work. Hey, what about my buddy Doyle McCandless? What are you doing, Doyley? Hey, thinking about you, my friend, back there in Missouri and all that humidity. You know, out here it's a dry heat. It's hot. Whatever it is, dry or wet, it's hot. All right, she's ready to go. This is ready to go. Now, all I got to do is empty out this bad water. Boom. Get all the muck and scum over there. Now there's my -8 right there. And what I should do first, and I didn't think about it. Here, I'll put water back in here. Because there's a lot of black sands in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a bucket. Bucket. This is where the bucket wash is. Got all my washed buckets. All right, I know this part's boring. I should have it done faster. Actually, what I should have done was had this done before I started the camera, but I didn't. I was too anxious to get on camera, but we'll get it going here. Oh, so has anybody been out prospecting or looking at land out there lately? Yeah, leave a comment down below. There's not too many of us right now who's got boots on the ground. There's a few of us out there, but not too many. Hey, I want to give a big shout out to Dylan, B Kings Outdoors. He's been finding them big nuggets, you know. Hey, he's a good friend, mining family. Hey, Miner Mall, you out there? Just a boring day at Jacob's Land. Hey, we're finding a little gold. All right, got me a bucket of water. What I'm gonna try to do now is not get my paperwork wet. I'll go get one of my favorite tools I like to play with. The Spin It Off! Yay! As the Spin It Off comes into the room, it's a standing ovation. Or oh something. Anyway, we're gonna, you really can't see what I'm gonna do. I got this big pan right here. Back this way. All this concentrates -8 mesh. So I'm gonna take this and run it over the top, not putting it in the water, but pulling things out of the water. Let's see if we can, look at that. Wow. A lot of black sands. Love my Spin It Off. There we go, go again. I always like to take it off the magnet once, then go back in and skim across the water. You can see that magnetics in there just whirling around. Look at them. Who knows? We'll be checking those for rare earth minerals. So then, you see all that, now dump it back in there, right on top. So I'm not pinching anything. I'm going to go right over the top of it and pull it up. Now you can see those black sands. Yeah, this makes a rough sound every once in a while. Now you slide it into the water bucket and it slides off. It's clean. Go again. Dump it. Pull it up. All right, we just about got them all. All right. It's all the black sands out of a 5-gallon bucket that weighed 70 pounds. So at least we have the magnetics out. We know what's going on there. I'm going to dump some of this water out. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put all those concentrates in a clean pan. It's easier to feed them out of this pan here that I like. But hey, this is a segment. It's just about what I do in a day. And thanks for coming along. Hey, it looks like we're on to an hour and 16 minutes together. Wow, good deal. Hey, big shout out to Brian Thomas. It's Brian Thomas Gold, Gold Bay, Bigfoot Mining. Big shout out to those people. They're good friends. Check out their channel. Of course, if you have my channel, you've probably been on their channel longer. But anyway, check them out if you haven't. Good people. They've got a great gold mine out in California, getting some big gold. Okay, so there's what I got right there. And what I'm going to do, let me get a little soap. I'm going to go get some soap, okay? The life and times of Cowboy Jim. The show must go on. All right. Don't want anything to float away. I've used everything, all my gold magic drops and everything. So let's take it, start putting a little in the wheel. Let it work. Let the wheel work. All right. And you can see, boom, it's doing the panning for me. I'll pull out that little cup here in a little bit, and after I get everything ran, and you know what? It's time to start on that next bucket. So, hey, if you've gotten with me this far, like, share, and subscribe. Come to my channel, see what I do every day. Yesterday it was dry washing with the General, right there. Today it was checking these buckets out with the Mini Max. Who knows what's under that tarp there, or that tarp over there. All right, this is Cowboy Jim, and you know what I'm going to say. Tick-tock, I'm on the clock, and you have a happy and God bless your Tuesdays. To everybody out there, have a blessed day. I'm going to go back to doing some testing. Bye.